Hi, I'm John Welpley with Innovative Cabinet Designs, and I want to welcome you to Cabinet Talk. Today we're going to talk about 7 things that you must do before you start a cabinet installation. Following these tips will ensure that your cabinet job goes the way you plan. The very first thing you need to have is an accurate set of drawings. Now, you could get these drawings from the people that you're buying the cabinets from. They may offer design services or CAD services, which is computer-aided design. But if not, you could just measure your walls and draw your layout and your walls right on the graph pad.
You can create a scale drawing of your kitchen at home using standard graph paper and an architect's ruler. But we'll save this for another video. Even a rough sketch of your kitchen is better than nothing. We'll show you how to create your own drawing using a simple morning bar design. We have a 24-inch wide sink base cabinet, an 18-inch wide drawer base cabinet, and a 24-inch wide opening for the refrigerator. Above we have 2 wall cabinets which are 33 inches wide and 36 inches high. There is a 3-inch filler on each side of the base cabinets as well as the wall cabinets. The base cabinets are 24 inches deep and the wall cabinets are 12 inches deep. Finally, we have toe kick molding, light rail molding, and crown molding. Begin the sketch by drawing your walls with dimensions. Then, draw your base cabinets and fillers on each side. Be sure you label each cabinet as you go. Next, draw your wall cabinets and fillers. Done.
So number 1 is a good set of drawings. Number 2 is you want to number those drawings.
I take my cabinet list that I got from my manufacturer and do the same thing I did with my fancy scaled graph drawing. And I'm going to go ahead and number it. I know this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then my upper filler is number 5, my base filler is number 6. I know I have toe kick that's going underneath the base cabinets. Number 7, my crown is number 8, my light rail is number 9.
Number 3 is you want to have appliance specs. If you're reusing the old appliances, all you really have to do is measure them and note them on the drawings.
Now I can go out and measure my refrigerator. This is 23 7/8 inches wide because I already have this refrigerator. It's 22 inches deep and it's 34 1/2 inches high.
So every single brand of appliance will have a cut sheet available that will have notes, that will have dimensions, outlet placements, and all that information that you need. You can usually find the appliance specifications by looking in the manual that came with your appliance, or you can search for the model number of your appliance online and print them yourself. Tip number 4 is to determine your starting point. So I'm here in the training kitchen over at Innovative Cabinet Designs, and this is where we bring our new installers to learn how to install cabinets. The first thing you have to do in your drawings is identify what's your critical starting point. Now this is an L-shaped kitchen and it has a corner cabinet. So this is your logical, critical starting point. Because if you start here and work into the corner, and if the walls are off a little bit, well, you might miss by an 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch. You can't get your corner cabinet in. Now you have to take these out and start over. So that's tip number 4, finding your critical starting point. Now that leads us to tip number 5. From there, you want to mark all of your cabinets, your accessories, columns, your appliances. This way you know that the design works. Because if you can draw it on the wall, the design definitely works. Skipping this step, you could get 1/3 the way through your installation and find out your wall's too short. But if you marked it first, you knew. Then you could have a plan. Oh, maybe I can cut this cabinet down by 3 inches. Maybe I can order a new replacement cabinet. Maybe the company I bought them from has a cabinet in stock. Tip number 6 is to find your high spot before drawing your level lines. Level lines are used to help align your cabinets on the wall.
Usually we draw two level lines, one to align the top of the base cabinets and one to align the bottom of the wall cabinets.
You're going to have a laser level. You'll set up a laser on a tripod. We go ahead and measure in different increments up and down until we find the highest spot in the floor, which I happen to know is right here because this is our training kitchen. We already found the high spot. Then from there we can take a 2-foot level and measure out front to see if the front is higher than the back. If it is, then we could take a 4-foot and or a 6-foot level depending on the space, and we can measure from that point and find out if any of these areas here are higher.
Once you find the high spot, measure up to the height of your base cabinets on the wall. This is usually 34.5 inches. Set your laser to the mark and trace the line carefully using a level. We should do the same for the second level line, which is usually 54 inches from the high spot. Be sure you double check your lines with a level after you draw them.
So you don't want to end up in the worst case scenario where you go ahead and you start over here and your floor's off by an inch, inch and a half, and you put your first cabinet in and then you put the rest of your cabinets in down the run. As you're going uphill, if you don't cut them down, they'll be uneven and your countertop won't fit. Or as you can see here, the dishwasher will sit higher than the countertop. So these are real problems that novice installers and do-it-yourselfers run into all the time. A seasoned pro is going to know, always find your high spot. That is one of the most important things in cabinetry.
And finally, tip number 7 is to check for cabinet backing and mark your studs.
So let's just briefly talk about what cabinet backing is and why it's so important. This is cabinet backing. Basically, what this does is this lines up with the top of your cabinet. So now you can put screws anywhere you want, you're going to hit wood. In many circumstances, you don't know what you have behind the wall. You're going into a remodel and you don't know what's behind there. So the first thing you're going to do is take a stud finder and you're going to go along the back of the wall with your stud finder, locate all the studs, and then measure all the center lines before you start your installation so you know where you're putting your screws. Then drill your pilot hole and feel inside and see what the studs are. Make sure they're not metal. If they are, watch my video about how to back up metal studs with 2x4s. But under any circumstances, please do not hang cabinets on metal studs alone, especially upper cabinets. These are pretty heavy without dishes in them. If I only had 6 metal studs across this wall, and I had all this weight on here, and then loaded it with very heavy, very expensive dishes and pots and pans, that would be a disaster just waiting to happen. Okay, so think of these 7 steps as the 7 things that are going to keep me from damaging my new cabinets, having a bad result with my installation, or having to tear things out and install them twice. Thank you for watching Cabinet Talk. Please subscribe, please like the video, and give me some feedback and let me know some of the topics you'd like to talk about in the future.